Hello, PELWELL family, and welcome to your Pilates class. Today, all you're going to need is yourself and a mat, and so whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and start to warm up. Come to the back of your mat and inhale, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, tuck the chin to your chest and slowly start to roll all the way down. Walk it out into a plank. From here, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand and reach your right arm up high to the sky. Really open up that left hip. Slowly bring the hand back to the floor. Try to lower the forearm here to the floor to even open that left hip deeper. And now bring that right arm back up. Bring everything back and now step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Reach the left arm up high to the sky. Open up the right hip. Bringing the left arm down, try to lower the forearm to the floor to really open up that right hip even deeper. Slowly bring it back down, coming to your plank. From here, pike up the hips high to the sky, driving the chest back towards the legs. Pull the abdominals up and in, start to warm through your core. Inhale, bring it back forward to plank and hold. Take the hips back up to the sky, and from here slowly walk it all the way back in, and roll yourself up all the way. Take a wide step so the feet are wider than your mat. Drop the hips, knees pointing out so the feet are anywhere between 10 and 2 and 9 and 3. Reach the arms straight out in front of you, about shoulder or chest height. And from here, just start to pulse, warming up the legs. Really start to feel the legs building heat. Keep driving the knees outward so they're not caving in towards each other. And now just hold at the bottom of this squat. Stay grounded through the entirety of the foot. Make sure you're not leaning into the arch or the outside edge, but the weight is nice and even between all four corners of the feet. And from here, fold and drive the hips up to the sky, release. Take both hands over to one leg, drive the chest towards that knee. Take a nice deep breath. And then walk it over to the other side. Come back center. Take one hand to each leg and try to pull yourself even deeper into this stretch. And slowly roll all the way back up. From here, go ahead and drop the hips back into your wide squat. Plant the hands onto the floor and walk it out into plank, keeping the feet wide. Lower the chest to the floor and inhale, reach the chest up, stretching out through the abdominals. And then drive yourself up into your pike or a down dog. From here, just pedal out the feet, start to open up the hamstrings, the calves, the Achilles, the backside of your legs. Make sure you're driving the chest back towards the thighs, finding length through the arms and the upper body. Slowly shift yourself back forward to plank and then back to pike. So you're just rolling through plank to pike, warming up through the shoulders, bracing through the abdominals, building heat, and get ready as we go into a plank series. Keep flowing through these two, keep bracing the abdominals, and the next time you pull yourself through to plank, hold. Widen the feet a little bit, maybe about hips to shoulders distance. Stay in this plank, keep pulling the abdominals in. Making sure that the hips are not high up to the sky or sagging down towards the floor. From here, lower down onto the forearms and then hold your low plank. Make sure you're pulling the shoulders away from the ears so we're not adding tension through the upper body. Stay grounded, stay in this plank. Press yourself back up to high plank and again hold, keeping the core nice and strong. Feel free to modify, dropping the knees if you need a little break, but stay in your plank. If you're modifying, make sure the knees are behind the hips, not directly underneath of them. Stay for one more breath in this high plank and then lower yourself back down, low plank. Keep pulling the crown of the head forward, keep pressing the heels back, so you're finding that link through the body. Work your way back up into a high plank. Go ahead and drop the knees, sit back in child's pose, take just a breather, and then roll yourself back up all the way through to high plank. From here, we're just going to shift the weight forward and back like a saw. So the shoulders are coming towards the fingertips and then back towards the wrists. Coming up onto the balls of the feet or the tippy toes and then releasing back. Stay for 10. Keep the core nice and strong. And slowly come back to your high plank. Open up into a side plank. And from here, we're going to scoop in through the obliques as we drive the hips up to the sky. If this is too much on the wrist, feel free to do this on the forearm, so the elbow will be directly below the shoulder. Stay for 3, 2, transition over to the other side. Same thing, pull in through the oblique so you're driving the hips up high to the sky. Either on the hand or on the forearm, whatever is more comfortable for you. And then slowly shift back into plank and super slow climber. So we're just driving the knee to the same elbow. Really feel the obliques warming up and the strength building through your midsection. Nice and easy as you take the foot forward and back. Keep the core strong. Make sure the hips are in line with the shoulders so your booty's not driving up to the ceiling and your hips aren't sagging down towards the floor. The next time you take it back to plank, hold, and again just saw forward and back, shifting the weight forward and back. Stay for 3, stay for 2, and slowly release it back into child's pose. Nice job. I know that was not easy. From here, go ahead and work your way up to stand. We're going to go in through some plie squats. So again, take the feet to 10 to 2 to 9 to 3. Keep pressing the knees back to the back wall so you really start to engage through the inner thighs. Lower down into this plie squat. At the bottom, hold. From here, float the left heel so you're pressing into the left ball of the foot, but keep your weight centered through the body, so don't lean to one side. Stay deep into the hips, really working through the inner thighs and building strength through the lower part of your body. Slowly release the left heel and switch to the right, so float the right heel, pressing through the ball of the right foot. Again, keeping the weight centered. Nice job. Release the right heel. Come up just for a second. Take a breather. Slowly sink back down. And from here, just like an old school thigh master, you're going to squeeze the knees in and out, really warming up and engaging through the inner thighs. Feel the heat start to build through the inner thighs. Making sure you're pressing through all 4 corners of both feet so the weight is nice and even. Keep the core braced to protect your lower back. Stay for 3, 2, hold the squeeze inwards and now pulse up and down. Really feel the inner thighs working. And now just hold, isometric, no movement, stay. For 3, for 2, slowly rise up, shake it out, nice job. From here, turn to one side so your right foot is facing the front of the room. Shift the weight forward into the right leg and bend that knee. so the knee is over the ankle. Reach the arm straight out in front of the chest, and from here we're just going to step the left foot into the right. In and out. Almost like if it was on a glider, you would be sliding in and out, so with ease, and really stay deep and loaded into that right leg. So you start to fire up through the right glute. If the arms reaching out is too much, feel free to just place them on the hips, or maybe you even bring them to the heart. Just make sure that you're staying grounded through that right foot. Really working through the glute on your right side. Keep pulling that leg in and out. Trying to put very little weight into the left leg. Nice job, stay with it. The next time the left foot steps in, keep it there. Maybe the big toe's resting on the floor for balance, but you have very little weight in that left leg. Everything's in the right. Find your balance, find your stability, and from here, just pulse up and down in that right leg. So you're lifting and lowering, just a micro movement, just a couple inches. Really working the outside of that right glute. Grounding through the right foot, stay with it. And slowly release, shake it out. Go ahead and change sides now. So the left leg is forward, the right leg is back. Bend that left knee so it's over the ankle. Really load up through the left leg. Making sure the knee is over the ankle and the knee is tracking forward so it's not caving in or falling off to the side. Once you load it up, step the right foot in and out. Just tapping the big toe to next to the left foot and then taking it right back. So really loading up and powering through that left leg. Feel the left glute really working. Stay with it, nice job. Can you sink just a little deeper into that left leg, really firing up the glute? Sink just a little deeper, stay with it, stay grounded. And then the next time you step that right foot in, hold the foot right next to the left. Maybe the big toe's on the floor, or maybe it's hovering the floor. Sink a little deeper into that left leg. Find that balance, that stability. Fire up that glute. Maybe you're even shaking. Stay with it. Nice job. And from here, slowly release. Take it back. Nice job. Okay, go ahead and transition back to the floor. So we're going to come onto one side. So feel free to lower either onto the forearm, onto the arm, or even rest the head down, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Whatever leg is on top, we're going to lift and lower. Point as you lift the foot up and flex as you lower it. Keep lifting up and out from the obliques and through the hip that's on the floor. So we're not just sinking into that shoulder, into that arm, but we're engaging through the entire body. Keep pointing as you lift that top leg and flexing as you lower. Really firing up to the outside of that glute. Come about halfway up with a flexed foot and hold. And from here, we're just going to lift and lower from that halfway point. So not letting the leg come back to its start, but from that halfway point up and then back down. So maybe about a 6-inch movement, nothing too big here. Really digging deep into the muscles. Keep lifting up and out of that shoulder. You should really start to feel this throughout the outside of your booty. Stay with it. And now we're just going to pulse it. So come to the top without rotating the hip out and just pulse, lift that leg. Stay with it. Keep breathing. Feel the heat building through the outside of the tush. Stay with it, you're almost there. And then now just hold it isometrically. Oftentimes not moving can be the hardest part, so stay with it, stay with it. for 10, for 8, for 6, 4, 3, 2, and release. Nice job. Stretch out that side. Go ahead and bend that knee. And now we're going to lift and lower the bent leg. So again, try to keep the hips square towards the wall that's in front of you right now. So we're not opening up that top hip. Just keep lift and lowering that bent leg. The next time you have that leg at the top, hold. And now just hamstring curl, so extend and bend it back. So it's like you're extending the leg and then bringing the heel back towards the glute. Really squeeze through the hamstrings. The next time the heel comes back to the glute, hold. And now just little tiny contractions. Keep trying to kick your tush with the heel. Small pulses. For 4, for 3, for 2, and now hold, 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 hold. And release. Nice job. We're going to transition to the other side, so go ahead and come onto the other side of your body. Stacking the legs. Take whatever arm variation or upper body variation feels best for your body. And then whenever you're ready, float that leg, pointing it as you lift and flexing it as you lower. The second side might feel harder because you were using that muscle to balance on the other side. So when you come back to do this class again, try to start on the other side next time. Keep pointing as you lift, flexing as you lower, really digging deep into the outside of that tush. Nice job, stay with it. The next time you come up, hold with a flexed foot about halfway. And from here, we're going to lift and lower from that halfway point. So it's not huge, maybe a 6 to 8 inch movement. Keeping the hips square to the wall in front of you, and just lift and lower. Stay with it. Nice job. You're almost there. And now just hold at that halfway point. Keep the hips square, and we're going to pulse. So just a micro movement, maybe 1 to 2 inches, nothing huge. Really digging deep into that muscle. Stay with it. Nice job. Stay for 10, 8, 6, 4, 3. Don't drop, don't drop. Hold it, isometric. Just stay there, stay there. Really digging deep into that muscle. You got it. And release, stretch it out. Nice job. From here, we're going to bend the knee now, and then lift and lower the bent leg. Again, keep the hips and the chest square to the wall in front of you, so make sure you're not opening up the hip towards the ceiling. And from here, we're going to add in those little hamstring curls. So curl it in and then kick the leg out. As you do this, keep the knee at the same height, so try not to let the leg drop. This can be very hard. Stay with it. You got it. Curl and extend, curl and extend. Imagine you have like a Pilates ball behind the knee and you're trying to squeeze that ball with every contraction. And then now hold the heel towards the glute and just little tiny kicks, heel to glute. So like a pulsing motion, but with that compression. You got it. Stay with it. Stay with it. And now hold. So squeeze that heel towards the glute. Stay. Hold. For 10. For 8. For 6. 4. 3. 2. And release. Nice job. Shake it out and stretch. Awesome job. Just take a moment. Allow yourself to recover. From here, go ahead and roll on to the back. Extend the arms and legs out away from the body. You can bend the left knee or leave the leg extended, whatever feels more comfortable on the hip. And now jackknives on the right. So the hands and the leg are going to meet over the center of the body. Exhale as you bring everything up, and then inhale as you find that extension and that lengthening. We're going to be here for 15 reps. Make sure you're exhaling every time everything comes together and inhaling as you find that extension. 5, 4, 3, 2. The next time you come up, hold, hold, hold. Keep pulling the abdominals up and in to find that length. Try not to grab the leg with the hands. Keep lifting the upper body from the chest so we're not putting tension through the neck. Without dropping, just bend the right knee, and now we're going to go into single side double body crunches. So extend and then crunch back in. This time we're going to keep the upper body up and off the floor, so the only thing that's moving is the leg and the arms. So you're contracting through the right side obliques and really digging deep into the tummy. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale as everything comes in and inhale as you find that extension. Keep the lower back connected with the mat. So keep pulling the abdominals in so we're not popping the lower back off the mat. The next time you bring it in, hold. Place the palms on the knee and now press the palms as hard as you can into that knee and the knee into the hand so you're building up tension through the abdominals. You're in charge of how intense this is, so really press through the hands. Press that knee into the hands. Stay braced. You might even start shaking. That's okay. That shows that you're working. Stay with it. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Just hug the knees into the chest and gently rock side to side, allowing yourself to take this moment. We're going to transition over to the left side. So from here, again, lengthen the right leg out, or maybe you keep it bent. Find that length through the left leg, arms overhead. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, jackknife the arm and the legs together over the center of the body. And again, every time you find that lengthening, inhale. And then as you contract and pull everything over the center of the body, exhale. About 15 repetitions here with these jackknives. Even when you're finding that extension, make sure the lower back is maintaining contact with the floor. So you want to keep the abdominals braced. Keep pulling the abdominals in. Keep lifting the upper body from the chest rather than pulling the chin up towards the ceiling, so we're not adding tension through the neck. The next time you come up into that jackknife, hold. Try not to grab the left leg, but use your abdominal strength to keep the arms and the legs as close together as they can. Maybe they're touching. Breathe here. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Stay grounded. Nice job. Stay with it. Stay with it. Find the extension and now double body crunch on the left. With a bent knee, bring it in and find that extension. Pull it in and again find that extension. Stay with it. Feel the left side of the abdominals really working. And the next time you bring it in, hold. Press the palms into the knee and the knee into the palms. Really build up that tension. You're in charge of the intensity, but I encourage you to push as hard as you can into that leg. Keep pulling the upper body up. Keep pressing the lower back into the mat. Stay for 5, 3, 2, and release. Hug the knees into the chest. Nice job. For our finisher, we're going to do both legs together. So extend everything back out. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, jackknife both arms, both legs over the center of the body for 15. Nice, slow and controlled, so don't feel like you have to rush here. 10 more. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it at the top, hold it at the top. Try to get the hands and the legs together without grabbing behind the legs. Use your core strength to keep the upper body up, to keep the legs floating to the ceiling. Keep the lower back pressed into the earth beneath you. Breathe. Can you lift the upper body just a little more? Stay with it. Don't drop for 5, 3, 2, and release without stopping right into those double body crunches so everything extends out and you crunch back in. Keep the upper body up and off the floor so just the arms are going overhead and then they're reaching down towards the feet as the knees come into the chest. You're almost there. Stay with it. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale as you pull everything in and inhale as you find that extension. Nice job. Don't give up. Stay with it here. The next time you pull it in, hold. Place the palms on both knees. And for 30 seconds, push the hands into the knees. Push the knees into the hands. Stay connected with your breath. Keep the lower back flush with the floor. 20 seconds. Stay with it. Don't drop. You're already halfway through this effort. Last 10 seconds. Can you press a little bit more? Can you lift the upper body a little bit more for 5, for 3, 2, hug the knees in, release the upper body and gently rock side to side. Awesome job today. You crushed that Pilates class. You should be so proud of yourself. From here, let both legs fall off to the left side and let your arms come out from the body like a T. Take your gaze over to the right and feel that nice gentle stretch through the back. Bring the knees back to center and now let them fall off to the right side as you take your gaze over to the left. Bring the knees back up center, extend the legs, reach the arms overhead, tuck the chin to the chest, and one vertebra at a time, peel yourself off the mat all the way up to sit. And then reach the hands towards the toes, stretching out through the hamstrings. Pull the right leg in and take the foot over the left thigh. Hug the right knee with your left arm and take the gaze over the right shoulder. Stretch out through the outside of that hip. It worked a lot today. Take in one more deep breath here. And then slowly switch sides. So extending that right leg, bring the left foot in, cross it over the right thigh. Hug your left knee with your right arm and twist over the left shoulder. And slowly release back to center. Awesome job today, PELWELL family. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications as we add new Pilates classes every week. And if you want more, make sure to check out our other classes as well. Until next time, PELWELL family, be well.